Climate. In this topic we are going to learn some concepts, just as climate is defined by year after year patterns of temperature and precipitation. Weather is the day-to-day condition of Earth atmosphere. Microclimates are environmental conditions that can vary over small distances. Factors that determine global climate are many factors, including solar energy trapped in the biosphere, latitude, and the transport of heat by winds and currents. The main force that shapes our climate is solar energy that arrives as sunlight and strikes. If greenhouse gas concentrations rise, they trap more heat, so Earth warms. If their concentration falls, more heat escapes and Earth cools. Without the greenhouse effect, Earth would be about 30 Celsius cooler than it is today. What is a niche? A niche is the range of physical and biological conditions in which a species lives and the way the species obtains what it needs to survive and reproduce. Resources and the niche. The term resource can refer to any necessity of life, such as water, nutrients, light, food, or space. Physical aspects of the niche. Parts of an organism niche involves symbiotic factors it requires for survival. Biological aspect of the niche. Biological aspects of an organism niche involve symbiotic factors it requires for survival. Now let's go to the topic of competition. How does competition shape communities? Well, by causing species to divide resources, competition helps to determine the number and the kinds of species in a community and the niche each species occupies. The competitive exclusion principle states that no two species can occupy exactly the same niche in exactly the same habitat at exactly the same time. Succession. Ecosystems change over time, especially after disturbances, as some species die out and new species move in. Primary succession is the succession that begins in an area with no remains of an older community. Secondary succession is where a disturbance affects the community without completely destroying it. Secondary succession in healthy ecosystems following natural disturbances often reproduces the original climax community. Ecosystems may or may not recover from extensive human-caused disturbances. Biomes are described in terms of abiotic factors like climate and soil type, and biotic factors like plants and animals. Ecologists classify Earth's terrestrial ecosystems into at least 10 different groups of regional climate communities called biomes. Types of biomes are tropical rainforest, tropical dry forest, tropical grassland, temperate grassland, temperate woodland and shrubland, desert, tundra, boreal forest, temperate forest, northwestern coniferous forest. Affect life in aquatic ecosystems. Aquatic organisms are affected primarily by the water's depth, temperature, flow, and amount of dissolved nutrients. The major categories of freshwater ecosystems can be divided into three main categories: rivers and streams, lakes and ponds, and freshwater wetlands. The importance of the estuaries is because it is a special kind of wetland, formed where a river meets the sea. Ecologists typically divide the ocean into zones based on depth and the distance from shore. The open ocean photic zone. The open ocean typically has low nutrient levels and support only the smallest species of phytoplankton. The ocean aphotic zone. The permanently dark aphotic zone includes the deepest parts of the ocean. Food webs here are based either on organisms that fall from the photic zone above or on chemosynthetic organisms.